Prince Charming syndrome is one of the most insidious money blocks in our society. It's that deep, often subconscious hope that someone or something will swoop in and save you financially. For women, it might show up as waiting for a man to take care of the bills. But Prince Charming doesn't always look like a man. Sometimes it's the lottery, an inheritance, or just this vague fantasy that something will come and fix everything. And here's the real issue. When you're waiting to be rescued, you give away your power. You stop taking full control of your money and your life. And this kind of thinking not only repels powerful people, it also keeps you stuck in struggle mode. Now, let me go deeper. Prince Charming syndrome mostly affects women more than men. And that's not an accident, it's cultural. It's deeply wired because as girls, we were fed fairy tales over and over again, stories that shaped our view of identity, survival, and love. We were taught, often without anyone saying it outright, that our role was to be chosen, that our value came from being beautiful, soft, sweet, and worthy of rescue. That if we were good enough, quiet enough, desirable enough, someone would pick us up, someone would save us, and then we'd be safe, we'd be loved, we'd be okay. And the thing is, when you're a child, it makes sense to believe in fairy tales. It's actually natural. But what's not natural is when you grow into an adult and never outgrow that belief, when your inner child is still so wounded that she holds on to the fantasy, literally, not symbolically. Instead of seeing those stories as metaphors, you end up playing them out over and over without even realizing it. You date men hoping they'll rescue you. You daydream about winning the lottery. You wait for your parents to finally show up for you. You fantasize that something, anything, will arrive and lift you out of the struggle. But the truth is, the struggle stays until you decide to stop outsourcing your power. Because no one is coming to save you, no one is coming to prove your worth, no one is going to hand you a life you've never decided to claim. And when I say this, I'm not judging, I'm saying this because I've been there. I didn't grow up knowing what I wanted to be. I was never one of those kids who always knew what they wanted to be when they grew up. I was just busy surviving. My parents were too wrapped up in their own mess, in their own wounds to see mine. I didn't have the kind of love that reflects your brilliance back to you and helps you feel your wholeness, your enoughness. So, of course, I grew up secretly hoping someone would rescue me, that maybe someone, a man, a mentor, a miracle, would swoop in and say, I've got you. Because deep down, I didn't know how to say that to myself. And if that's where you are right now, I want you to know that you're not broken, you're not behind, but I also want to be real with you. This is the edge. This is the moment where you decide, am I going to keep waiting or am I going to become the version of me who rescues herself? Because the second you stop waiting, everything begins to shift. I mean, internally, you don't physically see immediate change. Now, you've probably seen women online like Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady, Shira7. She's basically built a whole brand teaching women how to date commercially, telling you to be strategic, transactional, calculated, to treat men like wallets. And here's the thing, it might look like empowerment, it might look like feminine energy, but it's not power, it's performance. It's just another flavor of the same Prince Charming wound. It says, don't build, don't rise, don't earn, don't heal, just be pretty enough for a man to choose you, and hopefully he's rich enough to take care of you for the rest of your life. it's still being it's still about being rescued. It's still about waiting. It's still about someone else being the source. It's not about you stepping into your power. You're not a child. You're a woman, a grown woman, a powerful, sovereign, intelligent woman, and you do not need to trade your body, your brilliance, or your voice for breadcrumbs of security. Maybe right now you're standing on the edge of letting go of your ledge, the man, the parent, the friend, the support system you thought you needed to survive, and you're wondering, how am I possibly going to make it on my own? Here's the thing, that fear is valid, it's real, it's part of stepping into the unknown, but it's also where the magic lives. Let me explain something I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza when I attended his meditation retreat and read most of his books. The how is not your job. The how is the job of the quantum field. Let me break that down simply. When you're obsessing over how something will happen, you're operating from the logical, analytical mind, the part that only knows how to repeat the past, the known. You're in survival mode, trying to control the outcome. But the quantum doesn't work like that. The quantum responds to who you're being, not what you're doing. So when you begin to embody the version of you who already has everything, when you start to feel, think, walk, and act like the version of you who's already free, the field reorganizes itself around you. Opportunities show up, money flows, people come into your life, but it happens after you shift your state, not before. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, and you become it, not by efforting, but by aligning. So stop trying to micromanage the path. Stop asking how from a place of panic. Your only job is to become the version of you who's no longer waiting. I'm going to have to make a separate video on that because I feel like I've kept it very brief. Anyway, one more thing before I go, and this one is so important. Your sexual energy is creative energy. It's life force. It's power. In yogic philosophy, it's called Kundalini or Shakti, the feminine energy coiled at the base of your spine. When awakened, it moves through your body and activates massive transformation, physically, spiritually, emotionally. This energy lives in your sacral chakra, the womb space, the vaginal portal, the creative portal, the seat of your desires. And if you waste that energy constantly leaking it toward people, situations, or fantasies that don't deserve it, you are literally handing over your magic. Ladies, protect that energy. Don't bleed it out trying to be chosen. Don't hand it away in hopes of being rescued. If you can preserve and channel that power into your own dreams, into your own vision, your own healing, your own gold, you will become unstoppable. You don't and you won't need a man to rescue you. You don't need to be picked. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to remember who the hell you are. Because your financial freedom, it begins the moment you stop waiting and start saving yourself. Okay, I think that's all for now. I will make more videos on this topic, so stay tuned. Sending you lots of love, and I will see you in a jiffy.